You all must recognize the brilliant actress Elizabeth McGovern from her work as Cora Crawley, the Countess of Grantham from the 2015 timepiece series Downton Abbey. No one loves an age-old drama more than we do, and her part in the hit series was impeccable. No wonder she was cast to return for the second Downton Abbey movie, A New Era, which released in April this year. Stay tuned to find out what she says about her recurring role in the franchise. First up, is the role of Cora easy to get back to playing for her, or is it more complicated? That's a good question, isn't it? Seeing as she plays the role so flawlessly, our best bet is that it's easy peasy for her. And we're right. The actress said that it is easy. The role is kind of ingrained into her at this point. After playing the part for so long, we'd be surprised if it wasn't. She goes on to say that it's an interesting feeling, and that the work is already done. There's absolutely no way to fake it, and there are definitely no shortcuts to it. It literally comes down to having spent years with the character in the front lines with other people and winning the right to have it there. It's a part of her now, and she thinks it's a pretty good feeling. We would too. Next, McGovern was asked how rewarding it was to play the character's extremely personal storyline in the new movie. We are sure there's a certain kind of gratification that comes with playing the intricate parts of a character's storyline, bringing something that doesn't exist into life, literally birthing a whole character, making them appear so real. We wouldn't know, but it must be something. Let's find out. She said that in some ways, it serves as an opportunity to peer into Cora's inner soul. Because when a person reaches the end of their days and is forced to reflect on what all of it meant, you truly see who they are, their essence, Cora's core. Catchy. She went on to say that she found it nice to play a role of someone who could reflect back on everything they'd done in life and be happy and content about it. Then Elizabeth talks about how in reality, when people look at their lives, especially these days, there's so much anxiety about it. The feelings of never having done enough, never being enough, or not having enough. Always being overly critical of ourselves and comparing ourselves to someone who seems to have it all figured out. Been there, done that. So looking at it from that perspective, the TV star said that playing a character who was much the opposite of that was nice. Cora was happy with herself and grateful for her life, and it was inspiring. After that, she was asked about what it was like working with her husband again. It's always interesting having a significant other at work. It could be a hit or miss. It might be fun for some people, and for others, well, they might get on each other's nerves, especially if one of them is a superior at work. That could be a tricky situation. If you didn't know, the famous McGovern is married to the director of the movie, Simon Curtis. Continue watching to find out how she felt about it. It's safe to say that the Downton Abbey actress loved having her husband on board. First, she talked about how it's a source of great joy for her because he's so skilled at what he does. And she's not even just saying that because she's in love with him and is married to him. She truly believes that her hubby is the best director by far. She also thinks that many of the cast members feel the same way. She has no problem saying it either. It's about how he communicates clearly, keeps everyone happy, and truly listens. He's able to establish a direct line of communication with all of the actors, and that's really important. It's actually so adorable how she praised him like that. It sounds like they must have a beautiful relationship. And that's not all. The praises continue. The talented star says that she thinks her husband has given the movie a breath of fresh air. It's the most challenging thing in the world for the producers and the entire creative team because they have to give the people what they want. They rely on the consistency of Downton Abbey. It's something that they can rely on in life. Fans need the consistency of it. We all have those shows we watch for comfort, usually a sitcom, but we'd be lying if we said we didn't wind down after a long day and dive into the world of Downton Abbey with a cup of coffee for some comfort. Then she further talked about how great he was. She said, you know what Carson, played by Jim Carter, is going to say, and you know what Violet, who's played by Maggie Smith, is about to say, and having taken that and making it fresh is a very tricky task to do. And yet, Simon has managed to do it. Of course, with the help of a very good script. Next, Elizabeth was asked if she thought Julian Fellowes' writing and Simon's directing did a good job of balancing all of the strong feelings in the film. Being in the business for longer than many people in the industry, the Downton Abbey star says she knows what a difficult job this is, especially in a show that captures the level of drama and the emotions as this one. We imagine it's not easy bringing it out from words into actions. So from her wisdom and knowledge, she confirms that she definitely thinks they did a good job of it. She says it's kind of like orchestrating a piece of music, and it takes a very skillful hand to tell all of those tales so economically and clearly, and to control the rhythm of happiness and sorrow as well as the pace. Simon has worked hard for it. She tells us that he has worked long and hard in every capacity in the industry and is at the top of his game, so they were lucky to have found him when they did. Coming up is McGovern talking about if she enjoyed watching the younger members of the cast grow up on set. If you work with the same people for over a decade, it can really make you form some beautiful bonds between them, especially since you watch each other grow up and evolve. Such is the case with this actress and her co-stars, who were more like family on and off set. McGovern recalls a moment during filming when Violet tells the two girls that they've been good granddaughters. She says she almost burst into tears just thinking about it. She nearly lost it because she believes that they've grown up so much since the day she first met them, and she's so proud of them both, and so things become confusing. The actress says that her relationship with them is similar to being their mother, and it doesn't happen to her very often. Normally, she claims to have a clear distinction between her role and her personal life, but in this case, it all blurs. And why wouldn't it? If you play a part for so long, at least a part of it comes to life, doesn't it? That's the beauty in it. Kind of follows the theme of fake it till you make it. Finally, she's asked to share a precious memory from the making of the film. One of her favorite moments on set was Maggie's last day, when the family came into the trailer and decided to give her the silver pepper pot that had sat in the center of the dining room table for the past 12 years of doing dining room scenes. There were all these little pieces of paper in that pepper pot. They had entertained themselves by playing a game called Wink Murder, in which they passed around the pepper pot, and the person who landed with the paper with an X on it then had to try to kill everyone else with winks around the table while they were filming a scene without letting the camera or anyone else know. We can't say we've never played that game before, but on a set while shooting? Never. That sounds so fun, we're kind of jealous. She went on to tell us that Maggie would just jump right into it and start to play it every time. So the family, Hugh, Laura Carmichael, Michelle Dockery, and Elizabeth went into her trailer on their final day and handed her this pepper pot, containing all of the pieces of paper, and it was so incredible. She claims that the memory still makes her cry. It was a very special moment. It really does sound special, having spent so long at a job with people who are more like friends and family rather than co-workers. Some playful shenanigans are bound to take place. Moments like these are what makes all the hard work worth it in the end. That's a wrap for this video. What did you think of the new Downton Abbey, a new era movie? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.